The International Space Station just lost one of its most critical systems, the 17.6-meter Canadarm 2, a robotic arm the size of a bus, designed to capture incoming cargo ships, move multi-ton modules, and position astronauts in space. As of right now, that arm is now completely frozen in space. It can't move, it can't rotate, and without it, the station can't safely receive heavy cargo. On June 30th, 2 astronauts will step outside to fix it manually. Because if this repair fails, the ISS loses its ability to accept heavy cargo upgrades. This isn't a small malfunction. It's a system-level failure. And to understand why this failure is so lethal, you have to look past the steel cables and look at the bizarre physics of how this machine actually walks. Unlike a normal robotic arm, the Canadarm 2 does not have a fixed pace. It moves across the station, step by step, like an inchworm. Both ends of the arm feature identical gripping mechanisms called latching end effectors, or LEs. To achieve this fluid, flipping motion, the arm relies on 7 distinct motorized joints, giving it 7 degrees of freedom. But during a routine repositioning sequence, the motor current inside one of the critical wrist joints surged beyond operational limits. The onboard computers triggered an immediate automatic shutdown to prevent the internal electronics from melting. Diagnostic data points to either an electrical fault or a mechanical failure inside the joint assembly, but the arm cannot be fixed from inside the station. Because the wrist joint cannot rotate, the arm can no longer execute its stepping sequence. It is frozen in place, stranded on the exterior truss. At that moment, the system did exactly what it was designed to do. It shut itself down to avoid destroying itself. Replacing a multi-million-dollar motorized joint assembly in a vacuum introduces a dangerous physics problem. On Earth, a technician can apply brute force to a wrench because gravity anchors their boots to the floor. In microgravity, Newton's third law dominates. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. In space, you don't push against anything. So when an astronaut tries to turn a bolt, the bolt doesn't move. They do. Their entire body starts rotating in the opposite direction. And this is where things become dangerous. To bypass this barrier, the spacewalkers will utilize a specialized electronic device called the Pistol Grip Tool, or PGT. The PGT is a computer-controlled battery-powered drill calibrated to apply precise torque values while absorbing the counter-rotational force internally. But the real danger is the mass of the replacement joint module itself. It is a bulky, dense block of titanium, specialized wiring, and insulated blankets. While it is weightless in space, it still retains its full physical mass and inertia. There is no margin for error here. One mistimed push can crush an astronaut's visor against the arm's carbon fiber structure, or shear off the delicate data lines that keep the station communicating with Earth. The operational timeline for US Spacewalk 95 is mapped down to the single minute. Once the astronauts exit the station, they will ride a mobile transporter out to the paralyzed arm. Once the fasteners are cleared, they face the most critical phase, unseating the blind mate electrical connectors. These pins carry high-voltage power and fiber optic data. If they are bent or exposed to microscopic floating debris during the swap, the entire robotic system will short out permanently the moment power is restored. The astronauts will pull the dead joint, secure it to a storage slot, slide the pristine spare module into position, and drive the fasteners home to lock it down. This repair will decide whether the ISS remains fully operational or slowly begins to lose capability, because in orbit, nothing stays broken without consequences. There are no safety nets, no fallback automated systems, and no room for structural error. When you are working on a piece of machinery traveling at 17,500 miles per hour, a single stripped bolt can end a mission. Tell us your perspective in the comments below. Is relying on aging, 20-year-old robotic limbs on the ISS becoming too high a risk? Or is the modular design proving its worth? Don't forget to subscribe if you want to follow the real mechanics keeping humans alive in space. We'll see you out there in the dark.